rise and shine. 6 a.m. and your hand can't make it to the alarm clock before the voices in your head start telling you that it's too early, too dark, and too cold to get out of bed. Aching muscles lie still in rebellion, pretending not to hear your brain commanding them to move. A legion of voices are shouting their unanimous permission for you to hit the snooze button and go back to dreamland. But you didn't ask their opinion. The voice you've chosen to listen to is one of defiance. A voice that says there was a reason you set that alarm in the first place. So sit up, put your feet on the floor, and don't look back, because we've got work to do. Welcome to the grind. For what is each day but a series of conflicts between the right way and the easy way? 10,000 streams fan out like a river delta before you, each one promising the path of least resistance. Thing is, you're headed upstream. And when you make that choice, when you decide to turn your back on what's comfortable and safe and what some would call common sense, well, that's day one. From there, it only gets tougher. So just make sure this is something you want, because the easy way out will always be there, ready to wash you away. All you have to do is pick up your feet. But you aren't going to, are you? With each step comes the decision to take another. You're on your way now, but this is no time to dwell on how far you've come. You're in a fight against an opponent you can't see, but oh, you can feel him on your heels, can't you? Feel him breathing down your neck. You know what that is? That's you. Your fears, your doubts, and insecurities all lined up like a firing squad, ready to shoot you out of the sky. But don't lose heart. While they're not easily defeated, they are far from invincible. Remember, this is the grind, the battle royale between you and your mind, your body, and the devil on your shoulder who's telling you that this is just a game. This is just a waste of time. Your opponents are stronger than you. Drown out the voice of uncertainty with the sound of your own heartbeat. Burn away your self-doubt with a fire lit beneath you. Remember what we're fighting for, and never forget that momentum's a cruel mistress. She can turn on a dime with the smallest mistake. She is ever searching for the weak place in your armor, that one tiny thing you forgot to prepare for. So as long as the devil is hiding the details, the question remains, is that all you got? Are you sure? And when the answer is yes, when you've done all you can to prepare yourself for battle, then it's time to go forth and boldly face your enemy, the enemy within. Only now you must take that fight into the open, into hostile territory. You're a lion in a field of lions, all hunting the same elusive prey with a desperate starvation that says victory is the only thing that can keep you alive. So believe that voice that says you can run a little faster and you can throw a little harder, and that for you, the laws of physics are merely a suggestion. Luck is the last dying wish of those who want to believe that winning can happen by accident. Sweat, on the other hand, is for those who know it's a choice. So decide now, because destiny waits for no man. And when your time comes and 1,000 different voices are trying to tell you you're not ready for it, listen instead to that lone voice of dissent. The one that says you are ready, you are prepared. It's all up to you now. So rise and shine.
Good morning. Hope everybody's weekend went well. We'll talk about a few things this morning. I've got the Final Four set for the NCAA 2014 men's basketball tournament. We'll talk about that. Also, something happened in the Philippines concerning MILFs. Stick around. I'm Mike Allen, and you're on the air, Monday Morning Brew. Back after these messages.
Listen up. Are you tired of being tired? Looking for that extra boost? Do yourself a favor and visit buylimitlessenergy.com to learn about limitless energy. That's buylimitlessenergy.com for limitless energy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. buylimitlessenergy.com. That's buylimitlessenergy.com. So stop wasting your life. Get limitless energy now.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Do you think laughter is for sissies? Or do you hate Santa Claus? Do you know that somebody does? If you answer yes to either of these two questions, then see a therapist. And visit this website right now at TwerksFunnyT-shirts.com. The T in T-shirt is spelled T-E-E. Warning, these funny T-shirts and posters make great gifts and may cause internal bleeding, night terrors, blurred vision, and hemorrhoids. Please visit the website right now at TwerksFunnyT-shirts.com, where you'll find some of the funniest T-shirts and posters on the web.
Glastic water bottle, a shatterproof glass water bottle. It's great for any liquid because everything tastes best in glass. A leak-proof lid you can close and toss on the couch without worry. Chances are it won't ever break, but if it does, no worries. The glass is safely contained inside a protective outer shell, so you won't have a dangerous mess to clean up. You can safely remove the broken glass and get replacements. Go to GlasticWaterBottle.com to get your very own Glastic bottle today. That's GlasticWaterBottle.com. GLASSTIC waterbottle.com. What are you waiting for?
Come join me, Matt Hazley, your host for Straight Talk, where we will take a journey into the deepest regions of your mind. Yeah, right. Nah, just kidding. Join me every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where every topic is fair game. Only on ARM Radio, home of the big guns.
Ah, yeah. Got the coffee going in me. Monday morning. Who wants to get up on a Monday morning? I don't quite know who agreed to do this, but here I am anyway. Hope all your weekends went okay. I'm just here looking at my bracket, and for the first time, I think since I've been picking brackets, old enough to even care, I have none, zero, nada, none of my picks in the Final Four. None. I don't know if that's by design. I don't know if the Al-Qaeda had anything to do. No, I didn't. I picked wrong. I picked wrong. So how many of you out there went through your brackets and came out with just maybe one, two people, two teams that made it? I have nobody. My Final Four was Kansas and Baylor. It was Kansas versus Michigan State and Baylor versus Michigan, with Michigan and Baylor, or Michigan State and Baylor playing in the finals. I was totally wrong. For those of you who missed it or were hiding under a rock all weekend long, your Final Four is Florida versus UConn and Wisconsin versus Kentucky. Kentucky has five freshmen in their starting lineup. Which reminds me a lot of Michigan's Fab Five from the 90s, that not only gave us baggy shorts for basketball, but were probably one of the most underrated basketball teams ever. I mean, they had five freshmen come in and play for 3 years for Michigan. They went to the Final Four all 3 years, went to the championship, I think, twice and lost. And lost twice, so... that was the last time Michigan, I think, even got there. I don't pay attention to college basketball that much. This is just kind of something to do. This is just kind of something to do between football season, to tell you the truth. I don't, I don't put too much stock in it. But my final, I was done, absolutely done. I'm looking at this bracket. I don't know. I kind of went, I was done. So here it is. Ready, guys? Here we go. It's being balled up and placed in the trash. Done. So, of the Final Four, who do I think is going to make it to the championship? Well, right now, UConn has the hot hand. They're playing very good, and after watching Kentucky play Michigan, I'm going to say UConn and Kentucky. That's my pick. Well, let's make sure they're even playing each other. I think it's Wisconsin and Kentucky playing, and then UConn and Florida. Let me make sure. I don't have that up. I've got everything else up. I've got some other stuff we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about MILF today. Yeah. We're going to talk about MILF. NCAA basketball. Let's see. Tourney home. So, the Final Four. Wisconsin versus Kentucky and the Florida Gators versus UConn. And I'm going to say it's going to be Kentucky and UConn. Kentucky and UConn. That's my two picks. That's my pick for the championship. You only got a 75% chance of being right. So it's a lot better than the chances I had when I started to say nobody made the $1 billion bracket. Oh, coffee's good. No one made the $1 billion bracket, and you can thank Dayton for that. But Dayton finally fell to Florida. So they finally got rid of that thorn in the Cinderella season ended for Dayton, but they had a hell of a run all the way down to the Elite Eight. So, you can't fault them. You can't say they weren't a good team. You get to fight your way through that many teams. So, let's see if I can get the bracket up here. I'm trying to find Tourney home. ESPN has a very nice website, and but it's got all these. It's got so many. It's got so many pop-ups and crap like that. It's kind of hard to navigate. Let's see how some other folks did here. Holy cow! I don't think anybody's picked the Final Four. One, Dana O'Neill from ESPN has Kentucky in the Final Four. His other picks are Michigan State, Arizona, and Louisville. Myron Metcalf has Florida, Iowa State, Arizona, and Louisville. Andy Katz, Florida, Iowa State, Arizona, and Louisville. C.L. Brown has Florida, Michigan State, Arizona, and Duke. So, Emmons, C.L. Brown, Andy, Myron Metcalf all had Florida, and Dana had O'Neill. I'm going to take that as a sign. Call that a clue in the stars that Florida and Kentucky will be playing for the championship. Or not Florida and Kentucky. Who did I pick? I picked Kentucky and UConn. No one had UConn. None of these guys. See, even the professionals were wrong. At least they got one right. I didn't get any right. None. 0. All right, NCAA tournament bracket. Here we go. Down to the Final Four. It's going to be Connecticut versus Florida, UConn versus Florida, Wisconsin versus Kentucky. Yeah, there you go. Next weekend. So who do you have? Tweet me at Mike Allen Sports, hashtag it Armed Radio. For those of you who are up on the East Coast, the West Coast, if you are on the West Coast right now, and if you're listening to this show, tweet me at Mike Allen Sports, hashtag the little pound sign, Armed Radio. So I get it on my tweet deck, and tell me who your Final Four is. Tell me what. Tell me. Give me your predictions. Give me your what for here. I can't be the only ones that. I can't be the only one here that has a say in this or a voice in this. So tweet me and tell me who your Final Four is. Something else I ran across here in the NCAA tournament. Nobody picked Florida and Connecticut, Wisconsin, and UK all together. I don't think anybody out there. The bracket was busted early this year. The bracket was busted by the likes of Dayton, Creighton, Gonzaga. I mean, all those little teams that, that no one gave any love to. Mercer. I mean, who's Mercer? Mercer knocked off Duke. Mercer knocks off Duke, and most of the NCAA, or most of the ESPN guys had Duke in the Final Four. And they didn't even make it out of the first round. And everything else played out kind of how it was supposed to. Villanova, of course, took care of Milwaukee handily, but then fell to Connecticut by 5. Iowa State, who was picked to be in the Final Four, didn't make it out of the round of 32, or no, got taken care of in the third round pretty handily by North Carolina, 85-83. That's a close score. No, actually, they lost to Connecticut, 81-76. They beat North Carolina, so that's another one that was picked to go all the way to the Final Four. Didn't make it out of the third round. Made it into the fourth round. Harvard. See, that's a surprise right there. Harvard beating Cincinnati in the second round, knocking out number 5 Cincinnati. A lot of people had Cincinnati going deep. They didn't make it past Harvard. Harvard! Of course, Michigan State handled them with no problem and moved on to Virginia. Number 1 ranked Virginia, and they lose by 1 point to number 4 Michigan State. But I had Michigan State going the whole way. So, Virginia, as a number 1 seed, put up a good fight, lost by 1 point. It was a good game. That was a heart attack game. That was hard to watch. So, I mean, all these bracket busters. Number 11, Dayton, they make it all the way to the Sweet 16. They fall to, and then they fall to Florida by 10 after taking care of Samford by 10. So, Dayton, hell of a run. Number 11 seed. That's the lowest seed to make it that far, to make it to the Elite Eight. And they drop to Florida to miss out on the Final Four. So my bracket's a bust. How's your bracket? Tweet me at Mike Allen Sports, hashtag Armed Radio. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about some ungrateful kids last Christmas and social media and how these kids have kind of shown their true colors. And, hey, if you guys got kids, I know my kids, if they tweeted anything like this, we'd have a talking to. I'm Mike Allen. This is On the Air Monday Morning Brew, and we'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to the Armed Radio Global Network.
The attacks of 9/11 have continued to shake our nation. As more and more information becomes available on the internet, it may be difficult to decipher what is fact and what is wild speculation. Author and investigator K.T. Penn has taken on the task of confronting the conspiracies head-on. In his book, Lifting Up the Cushions, Exposing Loose Change, he step-by-step walks the reader down the conspiracy path, debunking the findings of the controversial film Loose Change. Visit his website, exposinglosechange.com, and get more information about what really happened that fateful day.
Come join me, Matt Hazley, your host for Straight Talk, where we will take a journey into the deepest regions of your mind. Yeah, right. Nah, just kidding. Join me every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where every topic is fair game. Only on Arm Radio, home of the big guns.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Glastic water bottle, a shatterproof glass water bottle. It's great for any liquid because everything tastes best in glass. A leak-proof lid you can close and toss on the couch without worry. Chances are it won't ever break, but if it does, no worries. The glass is safely contained inside a protective outer shell, so you won't have a dangerous mess to clean up. You can safely remove the broken glass and get replacements. Go to GlasticWaterBottle.com to get your very own Glastic bottle today. That's GlasticWaterBottle.com. GLASSTIC waterbottle.com. What are you waiting for?
Hey, listen up. Are you tired of being tired? Looking for that extra boost? Do yourself a favor and visit buylimitlessenergy.com to learn about limitless energy. That's buylimitlessenergy.com for limitless energy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. buylimitlessenergy.com. That's buylimitlessenergy.com. So stop wasting your life. Get limitless energy now.
Do you think laughter is for sissies? Or do you hate Santa Claus? Do you know that somebody does? If you answer yes to either of these two questions, then see a therapist. And visit this website right now at twerksfunnyt-shirts.com. The T in t-shirt is spelled T-E-E. Warning, these funny t-shirts and posters make great guests and may cause internal bleeding, night terrors, blurred vision, and hemorrhoids. Please visit the website right now at twerksfunnyt-shirts.com, where you'll find some of the funniest t-shirts and posters on the web.
All right, welcome back. Mike Allen, you're listening to On the Air, Monday Morning Brew. I'm here every Monday morning, 6 a.m. You can hear me on live365.com/station/armed radio, or we're on Spreaker and a whole host of other platforms, which they're coming too fast to keep up, but I'm going to get a complete list. You can also hear me Wednesday night. That's 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. When I come on with On the Air, my flagship show. This Wednesday, we're working on some guests from the Libertarian Party, our convention's coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'll be going to that. Checking that out. Tom Green, who's running for the Texas Attorney General. We'll try to get him on the air. Also, we talk about a lot of stuff on that show on Wednesday night. If you have any ideas for guests, would like me to try to get somebody on, tweet me or send me an email at mikeallen@armedmedia.com, or armedmedia.net. Send me an email. Let me know who you'd like to see on the show. But right now, you can tweet me. Let me know you're awake. Let me know you've had your cup of coffee. At Mike Allen Sports, hashtag Armed Radio. Let's hear what you have to say this morning. Well, I've been perusing the intranet, and I have a Facebook page. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook, that's Mike Allen on the Facebook page, and follow me on Twitter at Mike Allen Sports. But on the Facebook page, I've just kind of used my Mike Allen page because that's my professional page. It's not my real page. My real page that has like 120 people on it, and it's all my friends, people I know. Classmates from school, that kind of stuff. Then I have my Mike Allen page, which is working at almost a couple thousand, because I just follow anybody there, because it's all for this show and debate. And we're getting a lot of debate with the, what they call it, gun grabbers, or the gun control nuts, the ones in the, abortion and politics. And I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, but it's fun to get on their pages and test them. I want to test them. I want to ask some questions, and mostly they can't answer any questions. So, but I do try to get them on the show, and I try to get them here, and I try to, I'd like to hear about it. I'd like to hear about it, and I'd like to ask them questions, put them to the test. How much do you really believe in what you're saying? That's what I want to know. No one comes on. But if you'd like to have me try to get somebody on, hey, tell me about it. Let's see if we can get them on. The other shows that we have going on here this afternoon at noon, Tattoo Rick will be coming on with Afternoon Bites. It's BYTES, a little computer thing there. He'll be coming on talking about tattoos and other things, current events and other things. Great show. Kind of I get you started. He kind of gives you a boost there in the middle. And then tonight, Matt Hazley comes on. It's 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. He'll be coming on with Straight Talk with Matt Hazley, and he's got a lot of stuff going on. He's kind of gone down the path of the conspiracy theories and the paranormal, and he's really got a good show. And you guys need to check that out. It's the ladies' turn on Tuesday night, starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Valenistima comes on. Valenistima, Talk Time with Valenistima, the hot spot for the hot topics. And she talks about food and just stuff in general, but she puts her little twist on it. That's always fun to listen to. Then Regina comes on right after her. Talking smack with Regina. And she's from down south, and she's got a lot to say. And it's very entertaining. Girls do a good job. Wednesday night, I'm up to bat again, 10 p.m. Central. Right here on the air. And again, I'm trying to get Tom Green on to, not that Tom Green, to talk about the Libertarian Party and his run. I'm sorry, Tom Glass. Tom Glass and his run for the Attorney General of the state of Texas. And then Thursday night, the girls crank it up again. Valenistima comes on, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then right after her, Night Talk with Joe Rocks and his co-host, The Doug. And they'll take you into midnight where Regina will cap it off, end out your Thursday night, and get you into Friday. That's when Matt Hazley comes on again, Friday night, 9 p.m. Central. And he'll close out the week. That's a heck of a week. And we got a lot more stuff coming up on the Armed Radio Global Network. Of course, we changed our name. Officially, April 1st, we will launch Armed Radio Global, because we're going global on more platforms than I could write down. So I'll get all those written down eventually one day and have my act together here on Monday morning. It's hard to get up in the morning this early. I usually go back to bed after the show. I'm only on for an hour, so. But I was going through the internet. Got a little sidetracked there. Sorry. Going through the internet, and I came across tweets from kids. I'm assuming they're between 14 and 18, still living at home with mom and dad, and how disappointed they were this last Christmas. Let's check out some of these tweets. From @DRISIS, Dr. ISIS, who hashtags it First World Problems. He's sending it to his buddy, Skateboard Lee 26. Other than getting a Camaro and an iPad, this Christmas sucks. Think about this if you're a parent with kids. If you found out your kid was tweeting this kind of stuff after you bought him a Camaro and an iPad. Camaro, $32,000 vehicle. Christmas sucks. I think that car would be going back to the dealership if that was my kids. Let's see. @CharlieM321 tweets, I swear, everybody got an iPhone 4S. I asked for one, but I didn't get it. Santa, I hate you. Hashtag I know what I want for my birthday. I tell you what, after that tweet, Charlie Mercer, and yeah, I'm calling you out. If you tweet it, you put it out in the universe, I'm using it. Charlie Mercer, if you have anything to say, @MikeAllenSports, tweet me back. He didn't get an iPhone 4S, and he puts his parents on blast, and then drops a hint what he wants for his birthday. If I'm Charlie Mercer's parents, you're not getting an iPhone. Go get a job. Go mow some lawns. Go get your own iPhone. C. Lay, text 3. Cassie Late. If I don't get an iPhone for Christmas, I will kill myself. From the mouths of babes. This is the generations we have, see. I thought I did a pretty good job. I mean, I made my mistakes. Parents are going to make mistakes. You're not going to be perfect raising your kids. You are going to screw it up. There's no perfect parent out there. All you can do is be a leader. Let them know you care by standing firm with your discipline and being consistent in your discipline, and tell them you love them and give them your time. Kids don't want anything but your time, really. Until they get around 13, 14 years old, then they kind of want their own space, and you got to be able to let them go and let them have their own space and go hang out with. But still, once a week, twice a week, take them out to dinner. Let them know you're thinking about them. Get involved in their lives. Yeah, they'll complain about you having all the passwords to their Twitter and the Facebook and everything. Yeah, they're going to complain about that, but deep down inside, they know you care. The gift I gave my daughter after she graduated is I let her change all her passwords, and she blocked me on Twitter. So hey, she's got her private life now. She's 18. She's grown up. She's gone. She's out of the house. I don't have to see what's going on anymore. My disciplining is over, and just hopefully they go out into this world and make their way with what I taught them. But anyway, at Polly and Molly, Paul Reyes. No iPhone. I hate my dad. At Sean McMaster 1. Sean McMaster. At Sean, S-E-A-N, McMaster 1. Feel free to tweet these guys. I think put them on blast. My parents are the worst mother effing parents in the world. F you, Mom and Dad, for not getting me an iPhone. F you. And then the FML, which is F my life. Mr. and Mrs. McMaster, if your son gets an iPhone, I will personally come to where you live and slap you upside the head. That kid would get a track phone, a flip phone, maybe a $10 phone. Hell, I'd even get him a burner phone. I wouldn't even spend any money on this ungrateful little kid. I'd have him a lawnmower, a tank of gas, and tell him, go start mowing lawns. At Liddy _B4 Chanel. Well, this is going to be good. Was I the only person who didn't get an iPad? I mean, I got a car, but that's a different story altogether. So she gets a car, Lydia Rook. You get a car, but you're upset because you didn't get an iPad. Why don't you go trade your car in, get the cash, go buy yourself an iPad, and walk? I think our generation is really missing the boat. When I was growing up, God bless my mother and father. I was a typical kid. I had my head up my ass like everybody else. But the foundation that they raised me with is carrying me into adulthood, and I get it. And the older I get, the smarter they get. And kids, if you're listening out there, I don't think any kids are listening because most of this generation ain't even out of bed yet. If you're listening, you need to pull your head out of your ass. Life's coming. Life's coming quick, and once it gets here, buddy, Mom and Dad ain't going to be there to dump on anymore. It's going to be all on you. And my daughter learned that pretty quick when she left, and my son did too, that, Daddy's not around anymore. And all that free food and gas and electricity and all that stuff that you took for granted, now you got to pay for it. And it sucks at the end of the month when your entire paycheck's gone, isn't it? Yeah, welcome to life. Here's another one from at I am dope fresh. And her name is a real trophy bitch. Kids. Didn't get my car, so I'm not feeling Christmas. Didn't get her car. John at Dyke Soup. DYKESOUP. I wish I had some filthy rich relatives because my parents suck. Wow. Gina Rodriguez at Gina. It's GIANAAAA. Get the underscore after that. Feel free to tweet these kids, man. If you're out there listening, tweet them. I'm going to tweet them. Wow, all I got for Christmas was gift cards, perfume, and slippers. My mom sucks at giving presents. Wow. Crazy. At thug_life only. Now look, I'm looking at your picture there. Crazy, you're not a thug. Okay. I don't know what your version of thug is. Maybe it's the version that you get from watching MTV or VH1. But just from your picture, you're not a thug. Not at all. Not even close. My mom is stupid. She tweets. She goes and puts presents downstairs just when my little brother wakes up to take a middle of the night pee. Hashtag idiot. Wow. That's thug. Putting your mom on blast. That is thug. Norma Cardoso at Norma, NORMAHH_. Lame presents for Christmas just like other years. That's Jeffrey at Alex Myers Cough. Actually, want to kill myself with what I got. Christmas surely gets worse every year, guaranteed. Now, Jeffrey looks like a real fine, upstanding gentleman with a Justin Bieber haircut, whiter than the driven snow. I'm sure he's mowed quite a few lawns during his way through life so far. And here's one. Imagine this, dads, if your 13, 14, 15-year-old daughter had this as her Twitter tag, Lacy Bitch. At Kayla Thornton. So KaylaThornton. These are all on the internet. So, don't get mad at me for calling these kids out, okay? It's not like I'm... They put this out on the internet, which means worldwide. And it got picked up by the OpposingViews.com, which is a really fun website to go to get show content, is where I go to get stuff. But it says, what the F kind of world do we live in? I wanted an iPad, not an effing Kindle. So she got a Kindle, which is better than the iPad, if you ask me. And she wanted an iPad. So a lot of these kids they want iPads and stuff. Marissa Capelli at MARISSAAA_ANN. I'm probably one of the only ones who didn't get an iPhone or MacBook Pro for Christmas. Aunt St. Nicotine, a teenager who smokes. I'm still depressed over the fact that my mom ordered the white iPhone 4S instead of the black one for me. So she got an iPhone 4S, but it wasn't the right color. Nice. There's another one from, let's see, Little Jumper Alla. I don't know. Where do they get it? Ayla, I guess her name is. Little Jumper Ayla. Am I the only one in the world who didn't get an? Am I the only one in the world who didn't get an iPhone for Christmas? No, I didn't get an iPhone for Christmas either, Layla. You know what I got? Bills. That's what I got for paying for crap. At Bernard_Wolf from Bernard Bearfield. At Darcy_Williams. My mom only got me oh my God. My mom only got me diamond earrings, odd future jacket, $30. My mom got a tablet, brother got a laptop. She lied to me. Again, I see a lot of lawnmowing in the future for these kids to buy the stuff that they didn't think their parents should get them. Well, Christmas was pretty much ruined. I'm not getting a car till after tomorrow. So much for a car with a big red bow. So Big Deal Dola 18, Nicole Rose, is upset that she's getting a car for Christmas, but she can't get it Christmas morning, so she's going to throw a little fit. What do you think about all this, guys? At Mike Allen Sports. Hashtag it, Armed Radio. Tell me what you're thinking about these kids. Charlie Mercer, Charlie M321. I swear everybody got an iPhone 4S. Asked for one and didn't get one. Santa, I hate you. Well, first of all, Charlie, you're a teenager, and you still believe in Santa Claus. Enough to blame him for your first world problem of not getting an iPhone 4S. My advice to you is go out, again, mow some lawns, do some yard work, maybe get out in the hot sun, go get a job, and don't waste your money on an iPhone. Get an Android. I got the Samsung Note 3. It's freaking awesome. I mean, it is really good. I don't know why anybody would want anything else. Well, there you go. Hopefully your kids are better. When we come back, we're going to talk about MILFs. Oh, yeah. For the last segment here on the Air, Monday Morning Brew, live on the Armed Radio Global Network. Be right back.
The attacks of 9/11 have continued to shake our nation. As more and more information becomes available on the internet, it may be difficult to decipher what is fact and what is wild speculation. Author and investigator K.T. Penn has taken on the task of confronting the conspiracies head-on. In his book, Lifting Up the Cushions, Exposing Loose Change, he step-by-step walks the reader down the conspiracy path, debunking the findings of the controversial film Loose Change. Visit his website, exposingloosechange.com, and get more information about what really happened that fateful day.
Walter, a book by Mike Hartner. Set in the 1600s Europe, this is a tale that follows the adventures of Walter Crofter, his struggles with love, family, and staying true to himself. Chanticleer Book Reviews proclaims they look forward to reading more of the Crofter saga from Mike Hartner. From H.B. Pierce Wheatley, excellent book. It evokes the era perfectly. It was a delight to read, and I was sorry to finish it, as it felt as if I was leaving a friend behind. Available now on Amazon for hard copy or Kindle. Visit accidentalauthor.ca and join the adventure today.
Want to lose weight, gain energy and performance, age more youthfully, or enhance your skin at the cellular level? Then Isogenics is for you. Simply take a portion of your grocery budget and put it towards your health. I understand life gets busy, but there is no better time to pursue your health goals than with Isogenics today. Barry Oxford would like to set up an appointment with you to answer any questions and help you better understand why Isogenics and why now. Please visit his website at www.barryoxford.isogenics.com. That's BARRYOXFORD.ISAGENIX.com to either buy products or sign up. Save 33% if you act right now. This message brought to you by Barry Oxford, your Isogenics independent associate.
Come join me, Matt Hazley, your host for Straight Talk, where we will take a journey into the deepest regions of your mind. Yeah, right. Nah, just kidding. Join me every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where every topic is fair game. Only on Arm Radio, home of the big guns.
Whether building, expanding, or remodeling, the name in site work is Savino Contracting. Experts in demolition, excavation, sewer and septic tank installation, and site prep. Get in touch on Twitter at Savino Contract or call 508-989-0960 or email to evsavino@yahoo.com. Savino Contracting has what it takes to get the job done.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Glastic water bottle, a shatterproof glass water bottle. It's great for any liquid because everything tastes best in glass. A leak-proof lid you can close and toss on the couch without worry. Chances are it won't ever break, but if it does, no worries. The glass is safely contained inside a protective outer shell, so you won't have a dangerous mess to clean up. You can safely remove the broken glass and get replacements. Go to GlasticWaterBottle.com to get your very own Glastic bottle today. That's GlasticWaterBottle.com. GLASSTIC waterbottle.com. What are you waiting for?
Hey, listen up. Are you tired of being tired? Looking for that extra boost? Do yourself a favor and visit BuyLimitlessEnergy.com to learn about limitless energy. That's BuyLimitlessEnergy.com for limitless energy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. BuyLimitlessEnergy.com. That's BuyLimitlessEnergy.com. So stop wasting your life. Get limitless energy now.
Do you think laughter is for sissies? Or do you hate Santa Claus? Do you know that somebody does? If you answer yes to either of these two questions, then see a therapist. And visit this website right now at TwerksFunnyT-shirts.com. The T in T-shirt is spelled T-E-E. Warning, these funny T-shirts and posters make great gifts and may cause internal bleeding, night terrors, blurred vision, and hemorrhoids. Please visit the website right now at TwerksFunnyT-shirts.com, where you'll find some of the funniest T-shirts and posters on the web.
All right, we are back. We're going to talk about MILF. Yeah. You ready? This comes to us from Reuters.com. This is not something that's being reported at all in the United States, but it has to do with MILF. Now, of course, everybody knows what a MILF is, right? Yeah, I don't think you do. The Philippines and its largest Muslim rebel group, the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, or MILF. On Thursday, signed a final peace pact ending about 45 years of conflict that has killed more than 120,000 people in the country's south. I kind of knew this was going on, but I did not know that they were still fighting. The fight against Muslim separatists and Maoist guerrillas for almost 5 decades has stunted the growth in resource-rich rural areas, besides scaring off potential investment in mines, plantations, energy, and infrastructure. This is in Mindanao, which is part of the Philippines, the southern part of Philippines. Now, they were fighting these rebels when the United States had the naval base there in Manila. And I went to Manila when I was in the Army back in the 80s, and I was hearing about this conflict between the Army of the Philippines and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, although it didn't really hit me that their initials were MILF until this morning, actually, when I was kind of cruising around the Facebook. Under the pact, Muslim rebels agreed to disband guerrilla forces, surrender weapons, ooh, bad move, and rebuild their communities while the government gives them a self-rule with wider powers to control their economy and culture. So, teased you all show about a MILF, and that's what I give you. Well, there you go. So I guess there's been conflict down there for 45 years, basically since after World War II, when the Muslims wanted to have the Philippines all to themselves, or at least that part of the Philippines. I'm going to have to read up a little bit more on that later to get some more, some information. I didn't know that much about it. I'll get on YouTube and get some documentaries on it and study up on it because it looks interesting. Our buddy Steve Marmol, I don't know if you guys like him on Facebook. Go ahead and like him, because he's very, very liberal. And some of the stuff he throws up there is amazing. Of course, everybody in the Democrat side is touting that the Affordable Care Act has exceeded 7 million signups. Okay, this is what they can't tell you, however. How many of those signups have paid? Can't tell you that, because they don't know. How many of those signups have coverage that is actually ongoing, or did they just sign up? See, signing up is just part of the process. It's not the complete process. When you sign up for something, that's great that you put all your information in with the intent of purchasing something, but unless you push that pay deal, and of course we're still getting reports in from families that are getting hammered by the ACA because they're healthy. Basically, what the ACA means is if you are healthy, if you have no pre-existing conditions, if you have a good job, if you have no history of going to the doctor for other than like checkups and the cold, you are paying out the nose, because you don't qualify for any subsidies at all. Zero. None. That's where I fell into. I got no pre-existing conditions. I have no conditions that have anything to do with my health. I mean, I'm a little overweight, but other than that, I've been losing weight and getting healthy, but that's something totally different. I have no pre-existing conditions, none. So when I went into the ACA to look at it and to price it out, it was like $490 just for health, and my deductibles were $50 to $60 per visit, and my copays were $50 to $60 a visit, and then my deductible was like over $6,000. That was just for me. That wasn't for me and my daughter. That was just for me. Now, me and my daughter, I went off the grid and went to a private insurance company, Humana, and got coverage for me and my daughter, plus vision for me and my daughter, plus dental for me and my daughter, and it only cost me $220. Now, hopefully it meets the qualifications of the ACA. I'm going to find out when I file my taxes next year, because if I file my taxes next year and they say, well, it's great that you have health care, but it doesn't meet the requirements of the ACA, so we're going to ding you anyway, that's when I'm really going to get pissed off. Because basically what they're doing is they're buying votes by giving subsidies to people with pre-existing conditions, people that have problems or low income. They're getting over. They're getting health care for like $60, $70 a month. Those of us who have jobs, those of us who have no pre-existing conditions, those of us who are healthy, we're not a drain on the health care system. We're the ones getting it in the ass, because now we got to pay for all the subsidies that are given to the unhealthy people. So if you're unhealthy with low income or no job, you get over. If you've got a job, if you're a producer, if you're somebody that's out there every day going to work, making money for you and your family, you're getting punished. Great job, ACA. I'm glad that I don't even call it Obamacare. It's not. It has nothing to do with Obama. Good job, ACA. Good job, Steve Marmol and all you liberals out there. That's awesome. That is absolutely phenomenal that you put the middle class, again, under the boot of the government for the sake of those who aren't even in the middle class, who don't even pay taxes. Do you know there's 45% of our country, of wage earners, don't even pay taxes? Because they get so many subsidies and so many kickbacks because of their low income, they get a return and they don't even pay taxes. What the hell is that? It's the middle class that's getting hammered. It's the middle class who's working paycheck to paycheck, who goes out every day and has to work to keep food on the table, electricity in the house, and apparently with all these ungrateful kids, iPhones and iPads, they're the ones getting hammered. They're the ones paying 32 to 40 cents on the dollar in taxes. And then on the other side, you got the Republicans, and all the subsidies and tax breaks are given to huge billion-dollar corporations who aren't paying. Who's stuck in the middle? The middle class. The ones who are made to feel bad for owning a gun. The ones who are made to feel bad for making money, making something. It's like, who do you think you're better than us? Yeah, I'm better than you. I make more money than you because I go out and earn it. And you don't earn squat. You don't do crap. And don't start lumping yourself in with veterans and people who are on retirement. Guess what? They earned it. If you're a family and you're a mom and a dad and you're getting subsidies and help from the government to feed your kids and you're not doing anything to improve your situation, then shame on you. And stop using veterans. Hey, here's another thing that kind of pisses me off. See, the coffee's getting me going now. I see all these memes and all these memes or whatever the hell they're called and all these posts from liberals saying the Republicans are cutting food stamps to our military personnel. Okay, I got a question here. You're upset that the Republicans are cutting food stamps to our military. I'm upset that our military is getting paid so little that they require food stamps at all. That doesn't bother you? This guy's spending a majority of his time away from his family overseas, fighting wars that we shouldn't be fighting in, spending time away from his family, getting paid squat so his family has to survive on food stamps. And the first thing they cut when the budget cuts come around are military benefits. Meanwhile, the same Democrats that all these liberals hold up as gods are voting for and receiving the same pay hikes and the same pay advances and the same pay increases that the Republican enemy are getting. And guess what? They're all the same. They're all the same. If you think there's a difference between a Democrat and a Republican at the federal level, you are wrong. They're all the same. They're all making big truckloads of money off of our stupidity, and they're pitting us against each other down here at the lower levels. They're hammering the middle class. They're giving a free pass to the poor to get votes, and then making it. There's actually a post today where they're blaming Republicans for voter oppression and to show everybody how this is working. The Democratic leadership of the city, let me find this. I made a comment about it. Maybe I can't find it. Had actually walked from where their voter base was to the voting polls, and it took them 90 minutes. And they think that's voter repression, to make a human being walk 90 minutes. I get up every morning. I take my dog for a walk. I do 1.5 miles in an hour. Do 1.5 miles, almost 2 miles in an hour. 1 hour walking for recreation. 30 more minutes to go vote. They're not saying they can't vote. And then that's all, well, maybe people can get them rides. Do you know a 90-minute walk is like a 3.5-minute drive? Go walk. So what? It's voting. If you're not in a position where you own a car or even a bicycle for that matter, if you're so broke you can't even afford a bike and you have to walk 90 minutes to vote, and that's voter repression? What the hell? No wonder we have an obesity problem here in this country. You know, in Germany they have Volksmarches where they walk. And they'll walk 90 minutes a day just for recreation. And we can't walk 90 minutes to go vote? And that's voter repression. That's your country. And that's the Democrats are making a big deal out of that. They're making a huge deal out of it. Voter repression. There it is. Got to walk. Got to do some exercise. What about people that can't walk? What about people that are in wheelchairs? So we got to bring the voting booth to their front door? They don't have family members and friends that can get them down to the polls? They can't organize? At a community level, it's got to be federal? You got to blame a whole political party because somebody can't get to a voting place? Because of a physical... I don't get it. I just don't get... I don't get the mentality. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. Well, we come to another end. I know, it goes by too fast. But I'll be back next Monday. And hopefully start getting some guests here. It's early in the morning. I know. Got to get people up. We did have a couple of guests on early on in the show. But thank you for joining me. I see down there we have some listeners. Check the tweet deck here, see if anybody tweeted me. No, nobody tweeted me. So you guys just like to listen. Make me do all the work. Huh? That's no worries. No worries. Still love you. All right, we'll see you next week. Don't forget to tune in this afternoon for Afternoon Bites with Tattoo Rick. Then tonight, that starts at 12 noon Central Standard Time, I believe. You can check out all of our times and radio times. Starting April 1st, it'll be, I think it's going to be armedradioglobalcom. But right now, go to armedtanks.net and you can get all our show times. But Tattoo Rick comes on with Afternoon Bites. You're here at noon. Then 9 o'clock Central Standard Time tonight, Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. Tomorrow, the girls are up to bat. Valenissima. Talk Time with Valenissima starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Immediately after her show, at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, is Talking Smack with Regina. She'll throw it down. Wednesday night, I'm up to bat again. On the air with Mike Allen. I'll be on from 10 p.m. Central to midnight for all you folks out on the East Coast. That's 11 p.m. to 1. And out on the West Coast, man, you ain't got an excuse, man. It's only 8 in the evening. That's early. Now follow me up. We'll check things out. Then Thursday, Valenissa was back up to bat with her show, Talk Time. Following her, Joe Rocks and the Dog, Night Talk. Come on. And then following them, taking you into the late night for some really good content, is Regina. And she'll come on and throw her smack talk down. Then Friday, it closes out with Matt Hazley, 9 p.m. Central, with another edition of Straight Talk. We'll see you all there. Follow us on Facebook, Armed Radio 1. Follow us on Twitter, @Armed Radio 1. Make sure to listen in 24 hours a day as we play the best music from the 80s and 90s for the best office ambiance there is. So check us out. Always looking for sponsors, too. Notify us, armedradio@armedmedia.net, if you'd like to be a sponsor and help us out. Other than that, I'm done. I'm out of here. My name is Mike Allen. This has been On the Air Monday Morning Brew. And it's been a production of Armed Radio Global, Studio 6 Entertainment, and Mike Allen Sports. See you Wednesday night, folks. I'm out.